Hey travel lovers, welcome back to Wanderlust for Life here on YouTube. Today I'm going to do something a little different. We're going to vlog about my first trip in the center since this whole craziness happened. So let's get into it. To give some context, I haven't been in the center and I don't really know how long. Even normally when we're not on lockdown, I don't come into the center that often. So we got back to Amsterdam March 12th. And if you didn't see the video about why we went to Italy and stuff like that, I'll leave it above. And yeah, it's just been really quiet at home. So it's been like a safe place to like stay at home and stuff like that. And I feel like I didn't want to come in the center because I didn't know how anybody else was going to be acting, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of people haven't been following the guidelines and stuff like that. So, but my friends told me that I need to come down here and see our city. And so that's what I'm doing, seeing our city, because it's not full of people. And I think that's one of the biggest complaints about Amsterdam is it's packed. So yeah, we're gonna go around and see what we can find. So how did I get down to the center? Well, I took my trusty little bike because I love my bike, and I feel like it's the best option for the least amount of exposure. And so I take the ferry over, and everybody pretty much kept their distance, which was really nice. But yeah, just gonna cycle around the canals, and I'm gonna see if one of my friends is home and maybe say a socially distanced hello. And yeah, it's just, I guess this whole situation has made me really appreciate the city, because I don't know, it's a combination of I don't take advantage of it, but then it's too crowded to want to. So it's just this really interesting time, like I said, of locals kind of taking back the city. And for reference, because I was gonna say something like I've heard a lot more Dutch than English, which is true, but it's about, Amsterdam is a very international city, so we have like I think 180 nationalities represented, and about half the city is Dutch. I think that's the last number I saw. So it is very international, but it's still really nice to hear Dutch because I like hearing Dutch. It makes me, you know, it reminds me that I'm home. I think this is probably the Amsterdam people want to see. Quiet, beautiful, calm, peaceful. I just can't get over how amazing it is. Like, it's one of those things where like you don't even realize how much you want this. And this is like the busiest, so I see 5 people, and granted it is a holiday today, so I decided to come out early and do this video because A, it's a nice day and you don't get those very often. So I got up early for you guys to see the city, because it's supposed to get to 26 degrees today, which is just a little too hot, especially when you don't have air conditioning. But it's so worth coming out here. One thing I think that's really funny is I'm pretty sure I've seen more boats than cars today. Because like I said, it's gonna be a fabulous day today. It's definitely a boat day. I wish we had our own boat. But they're expensive here. Actually, I have a lot of friends who go in together, so it's like 2 couples that will get a boat together just to share the cost. Because there aren't a ton of canal boats, I've seen people kayaking and stand-up paddleboarding, and the birds are really enjoying it. I think this is what I mean about the peacefulness. It's so cool. So what's going on here? So today is Ascension Day. We're at the end of May. June 1st is when restaurants open up. Hair salons just opened up. Tourism, who knows? The last announcement was that the EU might open up June 15th. But again, who knows? Personally, during this intelligent lockdown, which is what they're calling it, which basically means the government's saying definitely this, and people are expected to use a whole lot of common sense and just kind of follow the rules, you know? I don't feel one thing, I feel a million things. I feel a little relaxed because I can be at home and catch up on things and get the creative juices flowing, which is what you can't do when you're traveling all the time or when you're stressed about things. It's been nice having Sean home. We've been cooking a lot. But also like not knowing when you're gonna travel again is really stressful for somebody who makes travel content. There's just so many things, right? And I do worry about health. I worry about my health. I worry about the health of a lot of people. And I just want to know that everybody's going to be okay. And I also want to travel again. And I'm sure there's a million other feelings. But that's what I got right now. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you. Please like the video and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. If you've been to Amsterdam before, what you love most, and if you haven't, what you're most excited to do when you're here. And if you need a bunch of tips, I actually have a post on 111 reasons why you should visit Amsterdam. So I'll leave the blog post below. I'm sure there's gonna be some things that you've never even heard of. Did you know that you can go axe throwing? Yeah, and I just found out you can bungee jump from a crane. Yes, really. I'm trying to use this time to reflect, to just be conscious of why I live here, to be conscious of my feelings about the pandemic, my thoughts about traveling and responsibility and health, and it's a lot. It's a lot to put into a vlog when you don't usually talk about that kind of stuff. And I think that we need to normalize talking about that stuff. And one thing that I also realized is I feel like a lot of people are giving people more grace right now. They're giving benefit of the doubt. They're understanding that not everybody wants to talk. People are understanding that people just need time, that, you know, they need time for themselves. And that's something that I've learned. And it's been more about, hey, do you want to talk today? And it's like, no, I don't feel up to it. Or I need these 2 days to myself and I need to just be alone with my thoughts. I feel like that's getting to be so much of a norm that I really hope we carry that into whatever normal life is after this, and just appreciate that people are learning about themselves and their feelings and their bodies, and yeah, just being nice to people more often, I guess. And I got to hang out socially distanced with my friend. There's Danica and there's Axel. Say hi. Hello. Hi. It's a camera. Yeah. Yeah. I have to say, seeing my friend was pretty awesome. We did stay apart, but the little boy was riding his little bike alongside while I walked my bike, because obviously I go so much faster than him. But it was so cute. It was so good to see her and just have some sort of interaction with people. And yeah, sometimes it's just it's something that you take for granted, right? You can see anybody at any time. And sometimes we're so used to even just canceling on people, and now we're craving seeing friends. I'm on the Amstel River. So this is how Amsterdam was named, after the Amstel River. And it's one of the most beautiful parts of the city. You have the canal houses on either side, you have houseboats, you have locks, you have bridges. Oh, it's so beautiful. And you also have, some of the bridges are drawbridges. It's just seriously beautiful. This is where one of my favorite photos of us was taken. So this is near where the city hall is. It's also where one of my offices used to be, back in that area. It's very quiet today, but still a lot of people on boats. Just feels like this is how the city should be. I basically went to where my old office was and then let muscle memory take over. I'm here at Newmarkt, and this place is usually packed, and it's not just tourists, but a lot of locals come here too. There's usually a market behind me, there's the Bach behind me, which is a restaurant, and this intersection is the bane of any Amsterdammer's existence. There's a couple intersections in the city that we all hate, and I think this is one of them easily. The metro is right here, which is open right now, but I'm not taking the metro because I have my bike. But I think it's gonna wrap it up for me. I'm gonna go down Zeedijk, which is Chinatown, red light district. Usually you can't cycle down it because there's too many people. So this is usually packed with people, like just in the middle of the street. And now it actually looks like a street. This is bizarre. Oh, and there's a Buddhist temple. Just on the street, yes. Alright guys, I think that's gonna wrap up this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, it was just kind of me rambling and show you a little bit of the city. But it's been a beautiful day. I'm headed home now, just took the ferry back up to Nord. If you haven't seen any of the Nord videos, I'll leave them linked down below for you. But yeah, so I'm gonna see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.